good evening everyone. Today's topic will be the UI actions. Like the name itself states it, it displays on the UI called as user interface. Let's go deep dive into the definition of UI actions. It defines, or these defines, the buttons, hyperlinks, list menus. Like it defines the buttons, hyperlinks and list menus, and form context menu, form context menus. These can be configured on both client and server side. Okay, it is the only thing in ServiceNow which executes on both client side and server side. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then we'll see first what is UI action path, how to navigate it and how to create it. Let's see. To open the existing UI actions, go to the filter navigator, type UI actions under system UI. Okay, let's open the PDI, click on filter navigator, type UI actions. We have UI actions and system definition. We have UI actions under system UI. Don't go under system definition. These are under system UI. Click on the UI actions and it will display the existing UI action buttons or links or context menu things or list menu things. In the here, like we have some 2579 records in the UI action table. Okay, let me open any one. Like if we click on this new one, new name of the UI action button, and you can see like another new here, like it is under which table, step result transaction table, and it is only available on the list banner button. Okay, and here we have something called as some comments here, some other things which are there. Okay, just click on update. I'm not doing anything for this existing record. If you want to create a new UI action button, just click on new button to create it. And you can create on any table, not only some system tables, and you can create for any table. Okay, let's give some name. This name will act as the UI action button name. Okay, let's see. I'll create some thing called India. Okay, my UI action button name is India, and on which table you want to apply this India UI action button. Like I just go for our table called u underscore passport underscore application, and the order is nothing but if you give some highest order value displays in the last. If you display, like if you give some order value as a list, it will display in the first. Okay, depending upon the order value, they're gonna be display on the form view or in the list view, depending upon the order value. And we have the action name, we'll discuss this later, like what is action name and everything. And if you want to display this UI action button name, it should be active true. Okay, if you disable this button, if it is there already in the database but it will not be shown in the list view or in the form view. Okay, it should be active for showing this UI action button. And the next thing we have show insert, show update. If you want to show this UI action button only when insertion, like when for only the fresh records or the new records, then check this box. If you want to show this button both on insertion and updation, then we have like two checkboxes. Click on this one. Okay, and we'll discuss this client later with the next example and for the overrides also. And we have something called as application scope global, which is right now in the application scope called global. Okay, and we have form button, form context menu, form link. I just click all for the visibility and I'll show you how it will be. And here it is showing like form style. Which style do you want in the form? Okay, just go for none first. We'll come back to the later regarding all this form styles, like what is primary, what is destructive and what is unstyle. And check all these buttons like in the list view, list banner button, list bottom button, list context menu, list choice, and list link. And here also we having list style also. What are the styles of list style UI action button format? Okay. And these are the messages. If you want to include any message, or if you want to any comments, if you want to mention any hint, you can mention the hint here. Like we'll just mention as demo purpose as a hint. And if you want to mention any conditions, we can also mention the conditions. If you want to mention any script, we can mention the script here. Okay. Just save this record and I'll show you as a basic way how to create an UI action button both on the form along with the list view. I have created a UI action button with the name called India, both on form view along with list view. Okay. As we are seeing, like both on form along with, these are the list formats and these are the form formats. Let's open the record of the table called passport application. Filter navigator or go for history if you have. Type passport. We don't have anything on the thing. Go for filter navigator, tables. First, I'll show you in the form view. Right click, go for show form, and you can see like a button called India here. Okay, on the top, along with at the bottom, along with related link called here, like India. If I click on this India, it doesn't have any task here. If I click on India, it acts as go back to the next record or go back to the previous record. If I click on India, it is showing some mandatory records to fill. If I click on India, let's see what happens. Is it doing anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just it is showing some transition here and it is going back to the India format. Okay. You can see like India here, first one, second one, and third one. Let's go for the UI action. We have form button. Okay. It is called the form button and form link. Form button is both on top and bottom. These are called as form buttons. Okay. Second thing will be from form context menu. If I right click on the column header, can you see any India here? The second option is India here. Okay. And it is called the form context menu. And next thing we have called as form link, which is there at the bottom of the page with a related link section called India here. Okay. These are regarding the form. These three are regarding the form. The form button refers for two places, top and the bottom. Form context menu is nothing but right click on the column. We'll see this part. And the final thing is form link. You can see this link here below this related link section. We'll come towards regarding this list formats where it is will be visible. Let's go back and open the list view here, or you can copy the table name and directly mention with the list view. Filter navigator dot list. You can see like India is there here on the top along with the bottom and along with the related link. Let's go for the UI action form. It is called list banner button. Okay, it is called list banner. It is called list banner, and we are having new like India button here. Okay, this one and this one. And go for second option like list bottom button. It is a list bottom button. We are seeing like India here. It is top and it is bottom. And if you go for list context menu, if I right click on any column or anything, you can see India here. Like go for this part. We have India. If I right click on any column data, we have India UI action button here. Okay. And next thing we have list choice. We have, let's go for list choice. We have India here. Do you see the fourth option here, India? And then final part is list link here. As we are seeing the list link here under this related link section called India. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll show you some difference here. If I open this record, here I have just selected as none here for the form style, list style also none. Okay, form is none, list is also none. If I go for a form view, the India text color is blue and the backend color is white here for the box I'm asking about. And if you go for the list view, the text color is white and the background is blue here. But here we can see like both selected as none. Okay, if both are none, form will be like this part and list style will be this style, like background is blue and text color is white. If you want to change those things, let's go for the form style and click on primary first. Regarding learn about the form views, save this record. Like if you select primary, let's see UI actions. Select the form style as primary here and save this record. And let's check in the form view, like it is a form view. If I refresh, you can see like it is turned into background color is blue and text color is white. Okay, and if I select as list style as primary, let's check. If I save this record, if you go for list of records, if you refresh, is it saved? Yeah, it's saved right now. Just refresh once. It is also same for primary. None and primary are same in the list view, like list style, but none and primary is different in the form style. If you go for destructive, then it will display in the red color. If I click on save, if you go for form view, if I refresh, then this UI action button will turns into red color. It's called destructive form style. Okay, that is the same applicable for the list view also. Go for destructive, save, then you can see this list style also convert into the red color like the destructive color. Okay, and we have something called unstyle. Unstyle is nothing but without having any style format, like primary, destructive, unstyle. Go for unstyle, go for unstyle, save this record. And you can see first in the form view, just refresh once, you can see like it is turned into normal. And if you go for this list view, it is in different way. Okay, it turns into the form view format of the initial thing. Clear any doubt about these options like form button, form context, form link, form style, banner, bottom, context, list choice, list link?
No doubt, sir.
Yeah. If I click on active as false, if I save this record, then if I go for the form view, if I refresh this record, then India will disappear from the form because I turned this active as false here. If there is only active as true, then only it displays the content in the form. Like it may be any record. If you make the active as false, then it can't be done. Okay, let's make it as active and save this record for the purpose. Like if I go for this record, if I refresh, we have something record called as India here. If I click on this India link, it doesn't have anything to do. Okay, like just mention something, click on India, it is not doing anything. It is going back directly to the UI action because we haven't given any action for this. Okay, this we created for the example purpose. Let's see, first go with an example one, how to create them. Or if you want to create a new one, what is the table name? Let's copy the table name from then. Go for filter navigator. If you go for this UI action, it's called the table name. Sys underscore UI underscore action is a table name where all the UI actions are stored. Dot list or list. If you want to create a new one, dot do or do form or a form. Okay, then we'll go for the example one, like how to create them and how to achieve the task regarding in the backend. Okay, like go for example one. Example 1 for UI action. Like my requirement is create a button in the form, or maybe called as directly incident form. When user clicks on it, when user clicks on it, the ticket should assign to the current logged in user, or the person who is logging with our instance, current logged in user. Okay, I'll show you how it will be and what will be the things there. Go for UI action, just mention -1 here. -1 refers for a new record. Or go for filter navigator, or yeah, we have the new record of UI action. Like mention the name here, like assign to me is my button name. Okay, go for table. As they are saying that to create on incident record, I just select the incident table here and the order is 100. Fine, leave it. And it is asking some action name here. Action name should be unique for each and every button. Okay, it should not collide with the name, but action name should be different for each and every record, like each and every action. Like I just mentioned as assign underscore to underscore me is my action name. Okay, action name is used in multiple ways. Let's go for active, show insert, show update, and we have something called as list active menu. Go for list act, all these things, and go for destructive for the purpose. Okay, just to show you in different format, I'm just selecting as destructive, and I'm selecting all things in the list format. You can choose according to your requirement. For example, if I check regarding this part as only for list context menu, and along with the list choice. Okay, I have selected only two things here, mention action name, and we have something called as show update also. Then go for this conditions. Okay, go for script here directly and just mention as current dot assign to is a backend name, like assign underscore to is a backend name of assign to column in the incident records. Like we have something called as gs dot, the same method what we use get user id in the glide system also. It gets the current logged in user details, and current dot update. Current refers for the current record what we are using or what we are having in the form view. Okay, current dot assign to equal to gs dot get user id. User id refers the user id of the current logged in user. Right now current logged in user is this person, and this automatically turns into assign to column, and we are updating this record. Only that's it. Just see, click on submit. I have only enabled this on the list view, not on the form view. Okay, just go for incident records, incident, select as star all, and you can see like we have only on the action called which one assigned to me. We have this button assigned to me along with list choice what we have mentioned. Like on the context menu also we have assigned to me here, like the capital one, assign to me, and it is system configured. Don't confuse between these two. That's why I mentioned in the capital letters like assign a capital, t capital, and m capital. Right now assignment group is this one and assign to is empty here. And if I want to open an existing record, if you want to assign this ticket, right click, click on assign to me. Which one? It is 84. You can see like with the current logged in user, this incident has been assigned to this current logged in user. Okay, then go for any other record. We have 9001 here. Right click, assign to me, and it has been assigned to this current logged in user with the details called 9001 incident. Or you can do it another way. Select this incident or select multiple incidents if you want to do any configurations. Go for actions here, and we have assigned to me our custom button here. Click on this button. 902 and 903 will be also assigned to the current logged in user. Clear? Any doubts here? Or the next example will be the same thing what we do in the list view, then we are doing the same in the form view also. Okay, let's copy this example to create a button in the incident form. Here just mention as list view, and users clicks on a ticket assigned to this current logged in user. The same thing applies here. Go for incident record if you want to configure any UI action button. The same thing applies. Right click on the column header, go for configure, go for UI actions, and click on new button. And here we are applying this UI action on the form view, not on the list view. Okay, like assign to current logged in user is my button name. You can mention any name of the button. Table is incident. Action name is we can mention as assign underscore to underscore CLIU. And I just mentioned for only the form, not on the list buttons. Okay, and go for the script. The same thing happens here also. Okay, but in the form view, because we are applying this thing on the form view, we need to use the form configurations like the glide forms. You need to mention here. Okay, like in the function, just mention, just copy the action name here, copy, and declare a function with the function, the action name function space the action name what we mentioned here, or you can directly mention this part. Like I'll just change this for your reference, like R2 assignment. Okay, copy this part and create the function with the same name with removing this part, or what they called as this one. Okay, this declaring function is very easy. Just mention the function keyword and place the function name here, and open braces, close braces, open the function and mention the values what you want to mention, like var user equal to g underscore user dot, we have something called as in the glide user methods we have user id. Okay, and g underscore form dot set value bracket open double quotation starts assigned underscore to comma, I need to mention this user variable here. Okay, g underscore form dot set value bracket open. We can mention some work nodes here, like work underscore nodes is a column in the incident table, like assigned to current logged in user by UI action. Okay, is my custom text here, and we have something called as g underscore form dot save is a method to save the records. That's it. And if you want to enable this on the client side, just enable this client format, like because we are using here as a g underscore form and g underscore user. If you want to enable them, we have an option called client here. Okay, click on this client and it will show v2 compatible. Select this v2 compatible also. It's called the form version names. Okay, v1, v2 and v3. If you want to mention v3 also, you can mention. Okay, let's save this record. Any errors in the script? Okay, nothing. Save this record, and we have selected for only form, not for the list. Go for history, open any incident form if you have. Click on this incident record. We can see like a button called assign to current logged in user. If I click on this button, it will assign the ticket to the current logged in user directly, because it should present in the assignment group. Like network is right now a group. If I remove this part, if I save this record, like if I open the incident record, click on filter navigator, create new, or if you can open any existing record also. Right now these are the mandatory columns. Fill these values, and if I click on this assign to current logged in user button, we have something called as assign to column, which is right now till empty. If I click on this button, and you can see like automatically this has been assigned to the current logged in user detail values. Okay, let me open this UI action and explain once again. Action name should be unique for each and every UI action name, and if you declare any function, the function should be mentioned on the on click directly to get the backend values. Like if I click on that button, what should it happen? Like if I click on this current logged in user button, then this function will execute in the backend. Okay, you can check the work notes also. Like if you go for work notes, click on this part. Assign to is the current logged in user, and if you go for work notes, you can see like assign to current logged in user by UI action. Both actions are done by single click called on click. Like example 3 will be complex examples in the UI actions. Like the use case is there should be a button, or create a button in the clear format. Create a button on incident form which will allow you to create new child incident. INC stands for incident. From being parent. Okay, parent incident form, like made as INC form. Let's see how it will be. My requirement is, if I open this incident record, we have something called as child incidents. I need to create a button on incident form which will allow you to create a child incident from the parent directly. Okay, it is called parent incident, and if I mention any incident name here as a, it's called child incident. I need a button on the form view which will create the child incidents here. Okay, let's see how it will be. And I want to create a new UI action. Right click, configure UI actions, not UI policies. Okay, go for UI actions and create a new one. Click on new button to create a new UI action. Like same thing, give the name what they are meant for. Like create child INC is my button name, and action name goes for the same thing. Create underscore INC, create underscore child underscore INC, and go for client also, because I need to mention on the client. Don't show this part when the updation records, only for insertion I need, like for only updation records, not for the new records, because new record doesn't have any child records. For only updating records should display. Go for a client callable also, because we are displaying this thing on both client side, and see how it will be. And go for action name. Action name is this one. Copy this one for the future reference. And select the form button, form context menu, form link. Okay. Just select destructive for easy reference for visibility. It shows in the red color. And then go for the script here, like what should be there regarding the script. Because if you are mentioning only on the client side, then we can use the client side capabilities there. If you are using on the list level, if you don't want to mention the client, ignore this button or directly go for the script, mention the server side script here. Like I'll show the script where maximize this button, where inc equal to new glide record bracket open incident, because we are doing the operations on the incident record. Glide record is the only thing in the server side which is used to do the CRUD operations, like inc dot initialize, inc dot short description equal to, you need to copy this thing from the parent incident itself. That's why I'm just mentioning as current dot short description. It will copy the short description from the current incident and create a child incident here. Same inc dot any other things like category equal to current dot subcat, like category format. Category. I need only these two. Just ignore other all things. Okay. Inc dot parent, we have a column called parent, and I'm assigning this value to current dot sysid. Like it will create a new record for the sys record, like sysid, and just include where sysid, and I'm assigning this value for inc dot insert. We have a method called insert to insert the records in the target table. Then just save this record. Go for opening the incident records in the form view. Just refresh once. We can only see for only the updation records. Okay. If you open new record, let's see, filter navigator, incident, click on create new. You can't see create child incident here because we have mentioned for only something called as update records only. Show for only update records. Go for updation record, click on filter navigator, go for all which are already existing. Open any existing record and you can see like create child inc is visible here on the top. Go for bottom of the page. You can see like you don't have any child records here. If I click on this button or this button, it will create a new child incident here. Click on new like the create child incident button. Any idea about what we open? Let's go for triple one. Let's remember this part. Go bottom of the page. We don't have any child records here. Click on child incident. Let's open triple one. Like when we mention this script, we have something called this incident record called 122. If you get back, like if we go back to the incident list view, we have something recalled called as 122 here, the latest one. If I open this record, if I click on this create child incident and enter the mandatory values, click on child incident, and it is saving this record and going back towards the same page. And if you go back to the list view, 123 is created with the help of this UI action button. Okay. Like to create multiple records by using ServiceNow scripting is go for filter navigator, type scripts background, and just mention the for loop. How many records do you want to create? Like I here just I mentioned like less than 5, I equal to, or just mention for var I equal to 0, I less than or like less than 6, I plus plus. Then it will create how many records. I'll just go for the user record and an incident record.
Shall less than 6 if we gain first.
Fine. Go for this record, and I'll copy this SID of this record, like this user record, so it can be easy for you to input the SysIDs here. Like if I mention SysID here, if I click on run script, how many records it will create? Let's see. It is showing as row count as 1. Let's check how many records are created. Filter navigator. Incidents. All. It is showing testing from script. Like anything mistake here, like going to mention the for loop here, like open the braces and close the braces. Then it will
That of the oh,
yeah. Then click on run script. Then it will create some 6 records here. Go for incident records. Just refresh once. Then you can see testing from script has been created with 6 records. This was the older one. Then this for loop helps you to create the multiple records. I equal to 0, I less than 6. Like it will go for number of loops is 6 number of loops. Then I plus plus. I equal to 0. First it goes for 6, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Less than 6 is 5. It goes for only, I'll just mention comments like first it goes for 0, I, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. If it is less than 6, like doesn't goes for 6, because 5 is less than 6 and 6 is not less than 6. That's why it goes for only 6 iterations, and it will create some 6 records: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the 6 records. If I mention 10 here, it will create how many records? 10 records, like up to 9. Okay, this is the significance of this for loop, where we declare some variable here and we'll use this part while creating multiple records in a single glance. Okay.